Hey guys, it's your boy, The Gossip Show. We actually do have a show for you today, and I do have clips. So, we are actually going to get this party started. Woo, woo. So, I was going to use my earbuds, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to use my microphone, and y'all can hear me perfectly. I'll be able to see your comments, and we're actually going to start the video. We are definitely going to be talking about Gabbie Hanna. If you don't know who Gabbie Hanna is, where have you been? Living underneath a rock. So let's get this party started. Now, if you don't know, actually, I am going to pull up a clip of who I'll be talking about today because, yeah. If you don't know, you've been living underneath a rock. Gabbie Hanna. Yes, Gabbie Hanna huge files. I got clips, I got videos. I'm gonna share my screen because I'm gonna show y'all who the F I'm talking about. If you don't know, Gabbie Hanna was a YouTuber. Actually, she left the YouTube, had a bunch of allegations, went through a bunch of feuds, kind of crazy controversies. But if you don't know, Gabbie Hanna was a Vine YouTuber who started off on Vine. Her actual name is Gabriella Hanna, but she went by the nickname The Hanna Show, The Gabbie Show, once she got on Vine and on YouTube. And if you don't know that, I'll definitely be sharing you a clip that I have. Yes, self-sabotage. She actually did self-sabotage herself a whole bunch. To the fact that I'm actually surprised that this girl actually what she did to herself, and I'm actually like, wow. So actually, we are gonna play a clip. If y'all wait,
You look really nice today. Oh, stop. Keep coming.
no, wait, hold up. Why would it not share the audio? Hold up. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up in the file, and we can listen to her clip because, baby, this girl had what's the word? She did have some talent, miraculously, if some people would like to call it talent. Talentless.
Why? Because you need your rest. Why? To grow big and strong. Why? Rest.
Oh.
You look really nice today. Oh, stop.
Okay, never mind. My audio is not wanting to work today. What the literal fuck? Okay, so the clip doesn't want to work. The clip doesn't want to work. I actually did clip it with the YouTube sound on. Oh my god. Okay, let's just start with the video. Because if you don't know, she is an American internet personality. She is a singer, songwriter. She's a multi-gen author and actress on YouTube who actually became one of the most prominent and polarizing digital creators in like the 2010 era. Basically, where I am not getting a beer skinny wings. This is not happening on this show. Not this show. You're not my manager on this show, so no. I'm actually going to focus. She actually did graduate from the University of Pittsburgh with a degree in psychology before pivoting completely into digital media. I'm surprised that you actually have a degree in psychology and yet you decided to go to YouTube. Kind of wasted potential for a degree, but I can't really talk. She also her career uniquely bridged her to the Vine and YouTube. Technically, she did launch her presence in late 2013 underneath the name the Gabbie Hanna, which is on the short form video app called Vine. If you don't know Vine this is where basically you go into like these 6-second like video clips or whatnot, where you do something interesting or you do something crazy. Gabbie did that, and if my audio would actually work, I'll be able to play the audio for you. But today, my audio has decided to be a bitch. Wait, actually, wait, hold up. I think I actually have a solution to this. Oh, no wonder. Okay, no wonder I couldn't hear shit. It was connected to my fucking Bluetooth. I am a bloody idiot. We're gonna actually. I'm about to go do that. Yeah, I did clip a whole bunch of videos, so y'all will actually get to see me. Hold up. We got this. We got this. I am doing this. We're gonna make. We're gonna have. This is gonna work. Okay.
Why? Because you need your rest. Why? To grow big and strong. Why? Rest.
Hey, woo! You look really nice today.
Oh, stop.
Keep coming.
Yep. This is Gabbie Hanna. This is her when she was on Vine.
Okay. I'm headed out, but I'm making these donuts. I'm on a diet. Anyways.
Her streams are her videos
God damn it.
and like most people didn't
It was a
understand.
hit and run. Can you believe it?
What an asshole. Did he leave a note?
No, I drove away as soon as I hit him.
Yeah. So like you know, Gabbie Hanna actually had some very interesting vines. Once she got to YouTube, she actually started to expand her she actually provided and performed her own story times on her streams, where she went a bit over the top with her story times, and then she went into music. One of her original songs is Monster, Out Loud, Pillowcase, a whole bunch of other songs that came out during her time, and then she became known as a poet. Ironically. However, she also then starred in multiple seasons of Joy Jorifa's hit television premiere murder mystery series Escape the Night, which actually we're going to get into that next because we have some drama from that side of the world. Because if we do not know, Gabbie Hanna and Joey Garcia actually had a falling out. Well, no, Ashley, let's talk about the Gabbie Hanna and Smiley issue. If you don't know, she had a decade-long feud fiction between fellow Vine YouTube star Jesse Smiles, which began in 2014, where Smiles publicly accused her ex-boyfriend and provider Curtis Lopez of rape. Lopez literally pled guilty to a lesser charge of felony assault. During this time, Gabbie faced intense public backlash for privately and publicly expressing skepticism between Smiles' allegations. Hanna purportedly maintained a friendly relationship with Lepo and continued interacting with him online. Very much years later, Gabbie attempted to clarify her actions by revealing that she herself was a survivor of sexual assault, arguing that her initial dialogue was a trauma response caused to her to project her own experience into the situation. However, the explanation did not do nothing to repair the damage, as Smiles felt deeply betrayed by Gabbie's lack of public solidarity and securely private handling of the situation. We actually do have a clip of this that we're all going to play. Hey, Pecan, how you doing? Okay,
Hey
we're gonna start
guys,
back over because
I can't believe I'm making this video. A quick trigger warning, this video is going to heavily touch on the topic of rape. It does go into a bit of detail of the night of my rape. And so if that is triggering to you in any way, please click out of this video. It is not worth it. If you haven't kept up with the things that have happened after my video in 2019, let me just give you a brief summary.
I have never collabed with Jesse's rapist.
If you ask me to collab, I'm not gonna tell you to fuck off because you blackmailed me.
I've never, ever publicly defended Jesse's rapist. In fact, one time I was at an event, an influencer event, and he happened to be there and he tried to take a Snapchat selfie with me and I told him to delete it right now because I did not want to be associated with him. I have zero association with Curtis Laporte.
I think I only saw him like 2 or 3 times. One was at an event in Hollywood. That's where he was like, hey, Gabbie Show, can I get a pic? And took those pictures. And then afterwards, the same night, everybody from the event went to the diner across the street. And then he was taking pictures of Zayn and I, like implying that he was there with us.
And all the responses are, you know, this girl is a rape apologist and she defended, she left her best friend for her best friend's rapist. Videos that say I am a rape apologist.
Which is not true.
People really think I'm a rape apologist. Literal disprovable slander.
I also listen to Curtis because he's a human being. And just like in real court, in the court of public opinion, if you're going to judge and condemn somebody, you should at least hear them out. Jessie was looking for any moment that she possibly could so that she could get emotional on the call because she was filming it. And she always knew she was going to post it.
I want a public apology that should never have been made public.
That's not going to happen. So I understand.
Okay, so then we keep going.
I'm not doing anything with you. Like, I'm not. Like, this is not, you say we keep going.
I'm gonna keep going then. I have publicly apologized for a situation that should have been private. So I think that it's only fair that you can also extend that same courtesy to me, considering what I've been through. This isn't me trying to like hurt you or threaten you in any way. Like, this is not do this or it's gonna happen. Like, I mean, I guess it kind of is, but it's just like I'm not doing it to hurt you.
As you see, Gabbie Hanna actually tries to guilt trip the victim, which is Jessie Smiles, where she's basically telling Jessie that I deserve an apology through all the stuff that I've been through because I've been through it. No, you said, and I quote, you haven't hung out with him. Yet in the same sentence, you have decided to say that you only met him once or twice and that you all hung out. We're gonna do Pink. But yeah, mine was her best era. But you know, the problematic part is when you decide to tell someone that you need to owe me an apology because I've stated publicly that I'm sorry for a situation that I should have never been in. You then said in that same clip beforehand that you listen to him because as a person in the court of opinion, if you're gonna condemn someone, you should hear them out. Yet your best friend was Jessie and you decided to flip sides because, oh, she's performative. She's going through something traumatic.
The clips of the phone call that you heard are from a Twitter thread that I posted a couple weeks ago, and we're gonna get into why I posted it in this video. After that phone call took place, Gabbie texted me with a list of demands that she had, and if I didn't agree to those demands, she was gonna continue talking about our past in the way that she was doing it, which was extremely vile.
You are narcissistic abusers. And you have been for 6 fucking years, Jessie Smiles. Literally right now, I'm like, can I say that? Yes, I can fucking say that. You guys have no fucking idea what I've been dealing with behind the scenes for 6 years. And have I ever said a word? Have I ever tried to start drama with somebody? I was being called a rape apologist and saying I defended my best friend's rapist and ditched my best friend for her rapist. I want the false accusations removed. And I want you to publicly retract them. And I want you to apologize.
It was a very, very bizarre summer last summer. And
Hey, question, Gabbie. Why does she owe you the apology when it wasn't her, it was the public opinion? The public fans and the viewers called you that because you were the one who put yourself in a situation that you had no business being in. If I'm friends with my best friend and her ex-boyfriend did that to her, I'm not going to insert myself in there by being like, oh, I'm going to talk to her ex-boyfriend. No. That's 1, that is wrong. 2, that is idiot. And 3, I feel like at some point you choose your best friend over some random guy that you barely even know. But I think that's my opinion.
Now this summer as well. I swear next summer is gonna roll around and I'm just gonna be hiding in a closet. Like, I can't with summer anymore. She gave me 48 hours to talk to lawyers and decide what I was gonna do. And ultimately, I think I came up with a really reasonable compromise. And I did that because I don't wanna fucking do this. I made it very clear on the phone call. I made it very clear on text. I don't wanna continue doing this. So anything that I felt I could do, I was going to do, which included an NDA that I said I would sign if she signed one as well. I didn't think it was fair for just me to have to sign one. She was refusing to sign one because she said she had to talk about the situation in interviews. If we both sign NDAs, I'll do it, and we'll never speak about each other on the internet again.
I also have to, if somebody brings this up in an interview.
No. And I told her I would apologize to her, but I would not say that I lied in my video because she wanted me to say that. I do not have a problem with both of us taking our videos down. That for sure, I think is a possibility that we can both come to.
What I would be looking for is, I should have never posted that video. I said some untrue shit, some true shit.
And I told her I would take down my videos because I never meant to hurt her. I thought that was a very reasonable compromise, to be completely honest, and I still think it was. Gabbie told me that she had some meetings and she would get back to me. And the next I heard from her was when I got a phone call one night. My sister-in-law was in the hospital and I was cooking her dinner because I'm not going to get into what she went through. That is her situation, but it was sad. And so I cooked her dinner because I don't know what the fuck to do. So I just started cooking her dinner because I wanted her to eat well when she got back from the hospital. And Gabbie called me. My husband looked at me and said, "Do not answer the fucking phone." And I answered the phone, of course. And Gabbie started screaming at me. She told me that my friend Jen Dent was tweeting and that if I didn't get her to stop tweeting, that she had 2 podcasts that she had filmed, filled with our past, filled with emails from our past.
Okay, so what we're now seeing is Gabbie Hanna loves to emotionally how do I want to say this? How do I want to use this word? She likes to use weaponly. Pecan, I would love to teach you. Gabbie, to me, I feel like she is crazy based on the fact of she has no one regulated her in life. Her family babied her. She's the youngest out of 3 daughters and 1 boy. Well, she's like she's like the second to youngest out of 4 kids. Her parents gave her everything she wanted. What we're seeing here now is Gabbie's now calling Jesse during a very emotional time with Jesse's sister. I do feel bad for Jesse's sister, and I hope that she's doing better now. But Gabbie calls her not to talk calmly, not to talk like a rational adult, but she calls her to start screaming at her and berating her, talking about, "Your friend is posting live on Twitter. If you don't get her to stop, I have 2 podcasts up that I will unleash talking about our past." And I gotta say this. Honestly, that's fucked up. You're gonna emotionally blackmail someone for someone else, for their other friend that they have no control over, to tell you, "Hey, you need to tell your friend she needs to stop treating," or "Promise you this much, I'm going nuclear on your ass." No. Fuck that shit. That's just fucking idiotic. You're not gonna guilt trip me into doing what you want just because you feel like you're a victim, Gabbie Hanna. And that's just dumb.
And she was ready to release them. And I told her, "Gabbie, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about." That's literally what I said. I was like, "I'm not on Twitter. My sister-in-law's in the fucking hospital. Can you leave me alone?" And she told me that she was sorry to hear that, but that we all have a lot of horrible shit going on and that I needed to get my friend to stop tweeting.
Okay, hold up. I'm just gonna say this. So you can have problematic issues and everyone has to cater to your will, but when Jesse says, "I don't know what the fuck's going on, my sister's in the hospital," you say, "I'm sorry to hear that, but we all go through hard shit, and I need you to tell your friend to stop tweeting." At that point there, I would have hung up the phone, block her, tell my friend, "Keep on fucking clipping." That's right, Pecan. If a friend talks like that, that's trash. That's a trashy person, because in my life, I've always said, if someone's going through a hard time, you don't go to them and berate them even more. You don't say, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but we all go through hard life shit." No, because at the end of the day, she Jessie is still human. She's dealing with her emotions. Her sister was in the hospital. She was doing a nice thing by cooking dinner for her sister. So I'm sorry. But if I was Jessie, I would have just been like, you know what? I don't need this. My sister's in the hospital. I'm not in the mood for this shit. You want to keep coming at me? Guess what? You can come at me. But guess what? I'm going to handle my real life shit. You want to deal with my friend on Twitter? You handle it. You're an adult. You got Twitter. You can able to type up a tweet telling her to fucking stop. But you want me to handle something that I have no business being in, something that I don't even know what's going on, and tell my friend, hey, Gabbie says you need to stop tweeting, or she's going to blackmail me. She's blackmailing me to tell you to stop, or she's going to release podcasts about our toxic past. No, fuck that shit. Because no real friend blackmails another friend into doing something for them. No. I'm sorry. I just find that utterly disgusting. I honestly fucking do. I find it utterly disgusting that you were going to blackmail your friend.
Or else she was going to release the podcast. And I ended up hanging up on her. And she did send me a text message before I could even text Jen to ask her what Gabbie was talking about. And she reiterated that we all have terrible shit going on, but that I needed to get Jen to stop tweeting. What she was referring to is that last summer, Gabbie Hanna and her fans perpetuated a rumor that Jen Dent had raped a little girl. A random guy from Australia decided to start tweeting Jen that she raped a little girl. And Jen was literally like, what the fuck are you talking about? But Gabbie Hanna fans, because they hate Jen a lot, they decided to spread that rumor like wildfire. Gabbie ended up addressing this in her Patreon, saying that she was aware of the allegations against Jen Dent, but everyone stay away from these people because they're very dangerous. And I just need to say this right now. There is no little girl. There is.
Oh, okay. So now we see the real reason why Gabbie decided to try to tell Jessie to stop her friend. So your fans and you accuse another person of raping a small child. Yet you know of the situation. You knew of the situation. You knew what your fans were doing. And yet you talk about you need to stay away from these dangerous people. It sounds like we need to stay away the fuck away from you, Gabbie, because your fans are a fucking problem. Your fans are fucking issues. They have fucking problems. And for you to allow that to happen is just disgusting. We're going to play a few more clips of this, and then we're going to jump into another clip that I got. Because I got clips today.
There is no victim that has come forward. It is a dude from Australia that when he was pressed for evidence, literally started trolling people and being like, oh, pee poo poo. Like literally, this is the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen on Twitter. So although I always believe all victims, there is no victim. So Jen was upset about that. That's why she was tweeting, because Gabbie's fans tried to get Jen fired. Jen is a nurse, and they contacted Jen's old nursing job and tried to tell them about her rape allegations. So yeah, I would be fucking pissed too if a bunch of Gabbie fans.
Okay, yeah, no. This girl is right to treat this shit, because now you try to get me fired from my job because you got beef, because your fans want to start false allegations and call my old job to get me fucking fired. Yeah, no. I would have been lighting a fire underneath her ass.
Accused me of raping someone. What on earth? So long story short, I was telling her, like, your fans called her a rapist today. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm literally just trying to cook fucking dinner. And I did talk to Jen and I asked her to stop tweeting, and she got upset because who is Gabbie to demand through me that Jen stops tweeting? Jen's a grown ass woman who has plenty of issues with Gabbie on their own. So for her to use me as a messenger and then use my past and my trauma against me to get Jen to stop doing what she wants Jen to stop doing is just completely sick. I basically begged her to please leave me alone, and she finally did. So I sent her a pretty long text message that was relaying how uncomfortable it made me feel that she was trying to manipulate me to do things that she wanted by holding our past over my head. I thought that that was fucking awful, and that also I was really disturbed with the information that I had found out about Curtis and about her relationship to him. And I wanted to be concise with my thoughts and honest and just try to get my point across as best I can. And Gabbie didn't even read the message. She's like, oh, that's a novel. Like, My God. And then Gabbie got to the point where she said, well, we need to just speak through our lawyers. We can't talk to each other anymore. And I just put LOL, okay. And then Gabbie did what Gabbie does best. And she searched her mind for the most heinous shit she could tell me. And that was, dude, Jen raped a little girl though. And I literally was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And she's like, oh, have you seen the evidence? It's dark. There are multiple times that Gabbie has just racked her brain for like, what would piss Jessie off the most right now? And then she goes with that. That was one of those scenarios. So that's literally the last time I ever spoke to Gabbie Hanna, although she didn't stop talking about me. However, most recently, the thing that has brought me to this point is that Gabbie is doing a series, but not only is she doing a series, she posted a video that apparently isn't part of it that has to do with me and has to do with my rape. And I have repeatedly asked this woman to stop talking about my rape, to stop talking about my trauma, to please leave this out of her narrative of whatever the fuck she wants to talk about with me. Talk about anything you want. Stop talking about that. But this video was so much worse than I ever thought that it could be. I'm going to react to her video and I'm going to show proof that I don't hoard text messages.
Like I said, it is a crazy group. It is a very crazy group. I'm appalled by the fact of you want to go ahead and fucking tell me that, oh, my friend over allegations that are false and you want me to handle it. No, that's not my fucking job. I'm not your messenger and I'm not going to be sending my friend messages being like, hey, my friend Gabbie's telling me I need you to stop posting, tweeting because she's gonna blackmail me. She's blackmailing me. No, fuck that shit. So that was the Jessie Smile feud. Now we also got the Kenya cosmetic brush makeup controversy. Well, controversy. Yeah. So this happened between 2027 and 2028. Like in between the years of freaking the Jessie Smiles feud. She also faced her first major commercial scandal through the influencer marketing campaign with Kenza Cosmetic, which she heavily promoted a promotion where viewers would receive a high quality and makeup brush for free, but only needing to cover the cost of shipping. When the items arrived, thousands of fans complained that the shipping fee was deliberately high, offering around $10 to $12 for items that turned out to be incredibly low quality, cheap plastic brushes, easily sourced from mass wholesale websites like AliExpress for pennies. Customers also reported massive shipping delays and a complete lack of customer service from the brand, which Gabbie then proceeded to receive severe backlash for failing to vent to the company properly, taking advantage of her young fan base, and profiting off of what seemed many customers labeled a drop shipping scam. We actually do have that clip, so I'm actually going to pull that clip up next. I'm pretty sure I have that. Yeah, I actually do have that clip. The fact that I'm actually proud of myself for actually having clips this time. What she did do that Gabbie was the group that was so very toxic at that time. It honestly was fucking toxic as fuck. At this point, your fans are harassing a woman, harassing her friends. But this is a clip talking about the cosmetics where she basically starts going into talking about how her thing was a scam. This was your response.
All right, let's talk about Kenza Cosmetics. For $10 shipping, it's $1 a brush. So when I got the samples, I liked them. They're soft. I said this is something that I wouldn't mind showing my followers. Mostly confusing is people were calling it a scam days after they ordered. And the website was pretty clear about, the shipping times are long. I believe it said between 10 and 21 business days. And then at one point it said that you wouldn't be getting your brushes till after Christmas, since, they're free brushes and you're ordering free brushes. So there's going to be a high order volume.
Okay, question. I'm pretty sure. Thank you, Pecan. Look, I went last night. I was starting to do clips because the last couple of streams I haven't done clips, and I wanted to get it more visualized for y'all. That was criminal. I didn't understand why she doesn't get any lawsuits. That it is. Also, I don't understand why the girl didn't go to the police and say she's falsely accusing me of this crime. Her fans are calling my job. Because honestly, I would have took Gabbie to court. Honestly, I'm not sure why that other girl didn't do it. I'm guessing because allegations were being made on YouTube, on Twitter, and which is now X, and she got her call job. She said, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna handle it my way by tweeting you out and calling your shit out." But let's get back into the clip because I actually am impressed with myself.
So I was very confused why everybody was making such a big deal about not getting their brushes yet, when the website was pretty clear about not getting your brushes for a while. So I emailed Kenza Cosmetics literally immediately, and I sent them the screenshots of the followers that I was talking to, and I said,
I like it how she has not shown none of the evidence. She hasn't shown any of the screenshots. She hasn't shown what the website said. Yet we are supposed to believe Gabbie from the word of mouth, which is kind of typical for her, like since her and her fans like to make false allegations on people. We are going to continue this clip.
"Are you aware of this?" And they said, "We don't know why people are saying that. We were very clear on the website about it being a long delivery time." And then I pushed further. I've been in conversation with them for a couple weeks now. Ever since this all started happening, I've kind of been on their ass saying what's going on. And then all these videos start popping up about me not caring about my fans and just trying to make a quick buck and never having even held the brushes before. I am not hating this makeup look, actually. And now I've talked to several people who have all said that they got their brushes. And I guess my question is, where is all that energy that everybody had whenever people were accusing people of scamming their audience, but then people started getting their brushes and nobody was publicly saying that they were getting their brushes? So now that we've established that it's not a scam, because it's not, the website offers a product, you pay for the product, and then you get the product. That is not a scam. We can talk about the quality of the
Gabbie, that's she is. Her birthday is in February, so yeah, she is Aquarius, which honestly would kind of explain her craziness somewhat. She's over emotional at times. I love your Aquariuses, I do. Some of y'all are emotional. Y'all can admit that sometimes. I'm an emotional Capricorn. Yeah, it explains everything for me. She is an air sign mixed with fire. And we know what happens when you put air with fire. Fire becomes uncontrollable, which technically she became uncontrollable. So that was the allegation of that with the cosmetics. Oh, and her moon is Scorpio as well? Yeah, that would explain a lot. That would explain a lot. Pecan, but you're a rational one. You're rational. Gabbie's unrational. Okay, now we're gonna get into the escape from the night behind the scene drama. If you don't know what that is, have you ever heard of Joey Garcia? It is very destructive of her. So if you don't know, Ashley, I'm gonna pull that up because I do want to see. Basically, Escape the Night was a YouTube premium show where YouTubers actually went to a show ran by Joy Garcia, where YouTubers and streamers would go to a house and basically party and film a show. It was like a murder mystery party TV show where they would try to figure out who killed who. So if you don't know, Gabbie Hanna actually was on the 4th season of this, where she actually had a conflict between Hannah and the show's producers, Joey Garcia and Daniel Prada. The tension mainly remained large behind closed doors until Gabbie released a video series years later claiming that the production environment was deeply toxic. She alleged that the crew failed to accommodate her dietary restrictions, which severely triggered her eating disorder, which led to physical exhaustion. In response, Garcia and Perez released a series of receipts, testimonies, and statements formally denying her claims. They can counter that Gabbie was incredibly unprofessional, verbally abusive to the production staff, and an absolute nightmare to work with on set, forcing production to halt multiple times due to her behavior. We actually do have clips of that. Yes, that party. Yep, it was a party. It was a party series. I've actually got clips of him that I actually do like. That I'm actually like organizing this in a clear way. Oh, I am not sharing my screen. Let me actually share my screen with that because we're.
This I've never
There
made.
you go.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, here we are. I did not think I would be making a video like this. I've never made a video like this before. I'm not going to consider this an exposing video. This video is about the truth. If some of you guys don't know, Gabbie Hanna released a video yesterday, basically talking about her experience on Escape the Night, and it is just full of lies, manipulation, and delusion, and I'm here to set the record straight. Let's get into the video. So, if you would like the truth, please watch the entire video. You guys know who I am. I'm Daniel Prada, known as Mr. Prada here on YouTube. I do a lot of home content, do a lot of travel content, I do a lot of vlogging, DIY, lifestyle, etc. But first and foremost, I am a writer and a producer. That's what I went to school for. I was lucky enough to collaborate with my former partner, Joey Garcia. I was a senior producer for 4 seasons of Escape the Night. As a senior producer, it was basically 10 jobs combined into one. I worked extremely closely with Joey and the entire production company. With YouTube, I worked on everything from casting to fonts to art.
You know, Ashley, I do remember that. I don't know who his husband's name was, but I do know who you're talking about, Pecan. This is the guy, but I don't know who he's married to. Ashley, I can look that up real quick while I'm talking to you. Let's see. Daniel Prada. He is actually married to. Now, I do think he is technically. Actually, apparently, um, technically, it doesn't tell me who he's married to. Who is he married to? Maybe he's not married. Well, no, he's actually not married. So I don't know who the hell. His husband had amazing hair. That's all I remember. Okay, I don't remember who he was married to. But if he had a husband with amazing hair, he needed to stay with him. Okay. Okay, there.
To Billboard, our liaison for talent and their agent, were my friends, I was able to have that direct one-on-one collaboration and connection with people. So anybody could always come to me for whatever they needed. Like I said, I was involved in every facet of the show production for the most part. One thing that I want to touch upon first is in Gabbie's video, she used ADHD as a crutch to excuse her behavior on set.
Dude, a lot of people have a lot of stories about me being unprofessional.
Her behavior was extremely erratic. It was very rude. It was disgusting. It is not professional. And nearly everybody on set had an issue with her. However, I have a big issue with her using ADHD as an excuse for that. Having ADHD or any mental health issues, first of all, does not allow you to act like that. While everybody is different and I respect that, I personally have ADHD. I have anxiety. I have depression. But I'm an adult, and I have, for the past 10 years, I have taken care of that. I'm very lucky to be able to be on a medication that works for me. I go to therapy. I work out almost 7 days a week to some capacity, and I know who I am. And I do not let my issues with mental health reflect who I am as a person. When I come on set, I'm there to work. I'm there to treat other people with respect, and I'm there to have a great attitude and collaborate with people, period. And that is something that I had a major issue with in Gabbie's video. Her using that as an excuse is not an excuse for me. I don't know if it is for you, but for me, I don't think so. Okay, let's take it back to season 2, where the issues began. A lot of her behavior on season 2 was reflected in season 4.
Okay, I was mistaken. She was... Oh, yeah, they were divorced. That's it. They were married to... He was married to Joey. Oh. Okay, so I was mistaken. She was on season 2, and the drama began season 2, which led into season 4. Which I don't know why, if it was season 2 that she had problems, why they brought her back for season 4. But we're going to continue the video, because I want to hear what he got to say, because I was listening.
However, the way that I think, and a lot of other creatives think, shit may happen on set, but at the end of the day, if the big picture is that it's an amazing show, that is what we focus on. However, that does not take away from the behavior that was exuded on set by Gabbie. I think one of the biggest issues of season 2 was the clash between Gabbie and a lot of the other female co-stars. There was a lot of jealousy. There was a lot of competition. I don't know why. We were all there to have a good time. We were there to film this awesome show and really just put on a good time for you guys. So, you know, we had Tana, we had Andrea Russett, we had Laura DIY, we had Liza Koshy. I'm blanking right now. You get it, I'll pop up the billboard. There were issues with everybody, but they all stemmed from Gabbie. Gabbie was extremely rude to Tana. Tana was very new to fame, to influence, to having a following at the time. And there was a lot of bullying from Gabbie's end to Tana, which I believe Tana has talked about publicly many times. And the same thing with Liza. I really think there was just a weird dynamic of having somebody who's a competitor from Vine and YouTube on the same show that you are. And I really think that Gabbie was just not confident in herself and needed to act up and act like a massive diva on set just to outshine everyone else. But like I said, at the end of the day, she was very, very entertaining. And that's what came across on camera. But unfortunately, along the way, she did screw it up for a lot of people, and she did cause a lot of harm. Moving on, fast forwarding to season 4, the initial concept for season 4 was a brand new season, but we ended up going with an all-stars theme, which the network, YouTube, liked more. So we went out to Gabbie. Gabbie in her video says that we begged her to be on the show. That,
like I said, with Gabbie, she tends to think that she's the hot shit. Just because when she was a YouTuber, she had like 5 billion views, which apparently made her a celebrity star. I'm sorry, I'm not really impressed by that information about her. If you're gonna be a star, be a star. But you are on YouTube. Most of us are on YouTube. We're not celebrities. We're internet stars. But let's get back to the video, because
that Joey and I were begging her.
And Joey and Daniel are like, please, we really want you to be a part of the show. We loved you in season 2.
Nobody was begging you, girl. At this point, your reputation was preceding you, but there was a lull in her dramas online at the time, and she was in a pretty good light, so the network approved her. Nobody was begging her to be on the show. To be on Escape the Night is an amazing opportunity. It is on a massive platform. You're on billboards all across the United States. You're paid, obviously. You are hand selected by executives, or you're allowed to be by the top executives at YouTube. Your videos are also pushed into another algorithm because you're being seen more on a weekly basis when the show rolls out. Also, the whole VidCon element, you're on this panel with 10 top creators and 10 massive creators in front of a sea of thousands of fans. There's so many opportunities for growth, for connection, for collaboration with other people. And it truly just is an amazing opportunity to be on a show of this stature. You guys know Escape the Night was the longest running show on YouTube Originals, YouTube Premium, whatever you want to call it. So truly, it was an amazing opportunity. And it's a ton of free publicity and marketing. You can't even pay for that. How many people do you see on billboards that are on YouTube? Rarely, unless they buy them themselves. I do have a little notebook of notes, so I'll be glancing down occasionally. But production was during the week of March 11th through March 18th of 2019, here about 35 to 45 minutes outside of Los Angeles. So we either had a hotel for people to be put up by the location, or you had a private driver every night, a black car bringing you back to your house and bringing you back to set in the morning. You could choose, you could do a combo of both. We reserved about 20 rooms for cast and talent. So basically you could stay there if you wanted, or you could go home. Literally whatever you wanted, we were gonna cater to talent. So here are some clips of the trailer and the—
Okay, we're gonna skip time, go through that, because that's not—
vegetables. There were ice pops in the freezer. There were almonds, seaweed snacks, healthy snacks, Cheez-Its, everything. Anything you wanted, we had it there. We even had hummus, vegetable trays, and all of those were being replenished daily by me. Again, not my job description, but it's something that I wanted to do because I was friends and friendly with everybody on the cast that season. I wanted everybody to be well taken care of. And none of that was funded by YouTube or the production. They gave us $500 to outfit that trailer for the entire week. So Joey and I took money out of our own pocket, upwards of $3,000, to outfit that entire trailer and make it look beautiful, have it be comfortable. I also had beautiful Barefoot Dreams robes made for everybody in the cast. They were personalized. Those were like $200 a pop, just as like a little welcome gift to our friends. And right here we have actually some cast robes that I had custom made with the Escape the Night logo right here. This one is Colleen's. So clearly everybody was well taken care of. So
the fact that Colleen was in this season, and I just covered her, yesterday, is ironic. It is very fucking ironic. I can't believe it.
So I'm very confused of the disconnect here because I'm hearing a lot of, there was nothing healthy on set, da 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 da. It's not the case. Here are the visual representations of that.
Okay, there's literally no healthy food.
Also, Colleen was on set that season with her baby Flynn, which is insane. This was her first working job after she had a baby, and she was super excited to be there. She's a dear friend of both Joey and I's, and she's an extreme professional, and we're so happy to have her on set. We're able—
I know. I do love that too, Pecan. Now, the fact that they're saying that Colleen is good friends with both Joey and him is now kind of ironic due to the fact that a lot of her friends have now distanced herself from her. So I want to see if they're still friends. I really do. Because I don't think they are. It seems kind of crazy.
Able to actually get another trailer, albeit a little smaller, for her to breastfeed in private, and then she would come to our trailer and hang out with everybody. But again, that was another trailer I outfitted with a bunch of beautiful snacks, wanted to make it comfortable. You know, anything she needed, she could come to me, and she did not make any extra requests. I think she just wanted like Coke and Cheez-Its, but of course I put a bunch of healthy snacks in there too. There was also a running bathroom in there if she needed to change Flynn. Again, that is something we wanted to do, so we did truly go above and beyond for every single person and treated everybody with the utmost respect and dignity. Okay, first day of filming. First day of filming is my favorite. Everybody has these nerves and jitters and excitement. I was running on no sleep because I was running around doing literally everything. I had to earpiece in my ear. It was just like all around a really exciting day.
Okay, so that's the first clip. I actually do like the fact that I'm more professional with this, with my clips. We are going to share the second we're going to share this second stream because this second clip goes into more detail about Colleen. Wait, now I need to make sure that. Okay, wait. Okay, that's the old one. Here is the new one.
On this set of All Stars has been in the industry for a long time, has worked on music videos, TV shows, pilots, movies, etc. You name it, they've done it, and they're all extreme professionals. However, it's not easy working conditions. We're filming for anywhere from 12 to 15-hour days in the middle of the night. We had night shoots. It was not freezing, but it wasn't warm. But the thing is, everybody had jackets. If you wanted a jacket, if you wanted to alter your wardrobe, we could get you another jacket that, you know, worked with your wardrobe. A lot of people did that. Some people didn't because they wanted their outfits to be seen, and that's fine.
I had this absurdly ridiculous call time, and I literally told the producer no. So I'd literally just be sitting there for fucking ever.
Like I said, the hours were long, and what we say in the industry is something, if you guys have ever worked on a set before, it's a lot of hurry up and wait. Hurry up, get to set. Oh, wait, we're not ready for you. Go back, sit down. This is how it works. Unless you're Meryl Streep, unless you're an A-list actor, unless you have an Oscar or a Grammy, which I don't believe Gabbie has either. There's no, oh, you're going to come to set, you're only going to film for an hour, and then you're going home. That's all we need. It doesn't work like that. When you're on set, this is a group effort. This is something, it's a collaboration. We had a crew of over 100 people working on the show, people who are industry professionals who work every single day of their lives and work extremely hard to feed their families and to keep a roof over their heads. They're not making thousands of dollars just by walking onto set and working for a few hours. It doesn't work like that. So what I'm saying is working on a Hollywood set is just extremely different. You don't have the privacy, you don't have the control. It's not about you. It's a group effort. Without the sound guy, we're not gonna have a show. Without an assistant, we're not gonna have happy people. Without a makeup artist, you're not gonna have somebody who looks great on camera. Without wardrobe, you're not gonna have an outfit that fits properly. It is all about working together. Okay, I want to talk about wardrobe. In Gabbie's video, she continues to lie about her wardrobe, saying nothing fit. She was getting irritated because of her jewelry.
I showed up to set, and like one of the things they promised was like, we promise we'll get you a really comfortable outfit. They were bragging that they were like spent all this money on this like beautiful silk. I show up on set, literally the exact same problem where I literally couldn't move my arms and I was feeling really restricted and like claustrophobic in it. All the shit that I was promised wasn't going to happen essentially.
Let me give you the facts here. The reason why her outfit didn't fit is because Gabbie didn't attend 2 out of the 3 wardrobe fittings. Right here, I'm going to show a text. Again, I'm completely leaving the executive's name out of the text because I don't want her to be attacked. But here's the text. I'm going to read it to you as well. Gabbie, this is March 8th. This is 3 days before filming. Do you know how difficult those days before filming is? Everybody's stressed. Everybody's freaking. It is crunch time. The way wardrobe works, it is done weeks before the show is supposed to start, not days. Maybe in the last few days, there's a few edits. We change a color, we change a little size, we do a little nip, a little tuck, but that's it. Gabbie is officially on the shit list. Not only did she make who is 9 months pregnant drive all the way to her studio in...
Yeah, this is part of the test messages where she... Let me you be the next Wendy Williams. I'm putting it out in the universe. Oh, thank you, Pecan. Now, I didn't say this. I get where he's coming from with this. It's like, you know, this is we're not a Hollywood show. We're actually funding this ourselves. And she actually does make a sister who is 9 months pregnant drive out to her place. Well, I'm going to let him explain it.
Porter Ranch today at 5 p.m., but she legit left early and isn't available all night to get fitted. I respond, OMG. So we will have to pick her outfit for her and it won't be fitted. It is the biggest fuck you. She canceled on us yesterday too. To get this text and to know that somebody is putting their schedule ahead of a massive production is extremely embarrassing to me, especially that I considered Gabbie. I'm not going to say I considered her a friend. I considered our relationship friendly, cordial. I was always kind to her. And it was just really shitty to hear that because everybody else somehow in their busy schedules, including Bretman Rock, who flew from Hawaii and one of the kindest, most professional people I've ever met and who I consider a friend. He's amazing. He was able to make all his wardrobe appointments. Every single person was, except for Gabbie. I don't know. To me, I don't really need to expand upon that. The facts are here. So the issues surrounding the wardrobe are valid, I will say that. But the reason why they're valid is because, Gabbie, you never showed up to the costume fittings. You didn't respect the team enough to make those appointments. Therefore, yeah, your outfit was a bit ill-fitting. Maybe it was a little tight, but guess what, sweetheart? That's your fault. If the necklace was causing irritation, which you're saying you're only allowed to wear sterling silver, the piece was sterling silver. So I'm very confused as to how you have pus and warts and growths or whatever all along your body. Nobody forced you to wear the necklace. The first time you had an irritation, you could have ripped the necklace off and thrown it into the woods and say, oops, I lost it. Hello? Or just tell wardrobe, this isn't working for me. I'm going to need to take it off. Nobody forces anybody to wear anything. This is not that type of production. Okay, let's talk about the food restrictions on set. In Gabbie's video, she's saying...
She goes into food restrictions where she proceeds to say the fact of how they didn't tell her what they had and that she had a certain diet, which then their lack of care for her dietary needs caused her to go into which triggered her eating disorder, which I do find that disgusting to use eating disorder as an excuse to why you feel like they're horrible people. When Gabbie, we've all known you for years to eat whatever the fuck you want beforehand. But we're going to continue this clip.
That the food issues on set triggered her eating disorders.
My eating disorder was at an all-time peak.
Which, you know, I will be sensitive to that. And if that's the case, I completely respect it. And I'm sorry that that happened. However, I will not be lied on saying that there were not options for you.
I'm giving you these very clear things that I need. I need to meet my dietary restrictions.
First things first, weeks before production starts, everybody is sent a shit ton of paperwork. Paperwork talking about your preferences, allergies, what you want to eat on set. None of that was filled out, period. And if you don't fill out the paperwork, how are we supposed to know what you want to eat? So first day was a bust. She was complaining. However, there were options there. There were always healthy options. As you can see in the trailer footage that I showed you, there are options even there. If you're not liking what's on set, you can always talk to the kitchen. You can Postmates. There were people Postmating iced coffees because that's not our job to get you iced coffees when you first come to set. The way set works, when you come to set, you go directly into hair and makeup. You'll be doing interviews. You go into wardrobe, et cetera, et cetera. It's like going to a job and expecting them to feed you the second you step through the door. That's not how it works. You work for a couple hours on set, and then you have lunch, and then you film for a couple hours, and then you have dinner, and then you can film for another couple hours, and you have breakfast, if we run that late. Okay, so now I'm going to read a couple texts between Gabbie and I. This was from February 28th. I said, also, let me know if you want anything in the ETN trailer. I'm having production assistants do shopping this week for snacks/drinks. She never got back to me with anything. All she said was, I need hella healthy shit or else I'll eat all the chips, LMAO. So I made sure that there were very healthy snacks in the trailer, even though she didn't give me a list of things that she wanted, like everyone else. Everybody else, you know, Colleen said she wanted Coke. Daystorm said he wanted protein shakes. I made sure that everything people wanted was in that trailer. March 12th. This was the second day of filming. At this point, she had just woken up. I believe she was uploading a video. She says, what's the internet like on set? Better or worse than the hotel? And I said, well, because we're in the middle kind of nowhere on a big ranch, I'd say worse. I can get you a portable router from Target, though, for the trailer. It's okay. The files are almost done. When do we get a meal? This is, I'm assuming, right when she got to set, which nobody eats right when they get to set. Hello, you need to come fed. That's how production works. Let me ask. They said the kitchen doesn't even open till 5, then they'll have to take the orders and prepare them. They're taking orders at 4:30. Here's the set menu, and they can make you anything else you'd like. Chips, ground beef, which is a protein, penne and meatballs, sausage, penne and veggies, vegetable curry, beans, strawberry and green salad, fruit. My stomach hurts so bad from eating shit I'm not supposed to. And then I continue, I say chicken, veggies, etc. Then she continues to talk about her agents. Did my agents tell you guys my meal requirements? And I said, I'm not involved on the food side at all. Want me to reach out to? I'm honestly like on the verge of tears. I'm so specific about food, and I've been eating bad shit and feel fat, and my stomach hurts from eating literally anything I can with substance. And
okay, this part here. Who would keep a necklace on that is hurting you skin that bad to get past? See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I don't understand. How are you? She's complaining about outfit changes. If you say you're going to wear sterling necklaces, it's a sterling necklaces. Yet you're claiming that it will irritate you when you have pus, warts, whatever the hell it is. That's another thing, Pecan. Why not take food if you're picky? She didn't fill out the form about what your dietary needs was. So, of course, they don't know what you want to eat, so they're trying to figure it out for you by giving you all the options. I'm the same way, Pecan. I'm a picky eater, so I'll always bring snacks at my own lunch. But like I'm saying, she didn't bring food with her. She didn't fill out the thing saying what she would like to have in her trailer. So they're basically trying to adapt to you and give you what you want, and you're not helping them out at all. So basically, she just decided to give them a hard time.
Anyways, I'm not going to go into detail. The only email I ever got from her team was that she can't have mangoes, no dairy, and no sugar. There are options there. There were options in Crafty. If you wanted to get something else, you could Postmate it to yourself. But I'm assuming that she just did not want to spend any of her own money. But guess what? This is how production works. We gave you the options. Everything was there. The platter was out. And you didn't want to eat anything. Okay, so she continues about the food. I wouldn't be surprised if my agents didn't communicate any of that, because they didn't communicate anything with the wardrobe shit either. So again, she's playing the victim. She's putting her blame on her agents, who it's not her agent's job to fill out paperwork and tell me what they want. If she doesn't communicate that with them, they're not going to communicate with me. So I'm really not understanding the disconnect here. I said, right, okay, we will get it done. Sorry for the miscommunication on whoever's part. And she said, love you. Sorry for being evil, low blood sugar. Me is the worst version of me. And I said, it's okay. I'm hypoglycemic. I understand. I have some fresh veggies and hummus here. Can I make you a plate as a snack? Also going to Whole Foods for a run if I can get you anything. I pulled this completely out of my ass. I wasn't going to Whole Foods. I'm like, let me appease Gabbie. Let me go make her some salads each day. It's not a big deal, even though that was not in my job description, but we didn't have the budget for me to have my own assistant this season. So I'm like, let me just go to Whole Foods. I don't want her to be upset, and I want to bypass any of this type of behavior and making people more uncomfortable. Sure, what do you want in it? Chicken, black beans, bacon, dried cranberries, and a little blue cheese crumbles, balsamic on the side, please. Okay, want me to grab a few other meals in case for tonight / 2 more salads? Sure, that would be dope. Someone just brought me salmon. So I'm really confused here, because clearly these were not shown in her video. I went above and beyond. I worked my fucking ass off on this set. I'm doing jobs.
And like I say, I do feel bad for him, because I do feel like he was doing his best. What's going on with my... You know what? That's a good question. I do believe that blue cheese is dairy. Hold up. Is blue cheese dairy? Yeah, blue cheese is a dairy product. Basis milk is made from cow, sheep, or goat milk. Producers at Pecillin cosmic smoke culture to create the stereotypical veins. It is naturally well low in lactose because it most likely is widely removed cheese. Okay, so it is dairy, but it's low in lactose. So, yeah, I guess it is, but it's also not. So there goes that clip. So we are at 11:05. We do have one more clip and one more story that we're going to talk about with Gabbie Hanna. And then we're going to talk about the whole Trisha Paytas feud. If you don't know, Trisha Paytas is a YouTuber known for her overdramatic crying and her mukbangs. She also was on a podcast with Colleen Basher, and she was on HH3 with who's the cast? I don't know who. I think his name was Eric. Wait, who's the? She was on the HHD thing. Yes, it was. LOL. In her list of things she says she can't have is dairy. But as if I saw it with dairy, I would have flipped. Yes. I think Trisha Paytas was on a podcast with HH3. Was it HH3 or was it HH? What? Okay, I think it was like HH3 with like someone named Eric. Great. Now I confuse myself. You know, this is bad. This is very bad that I now confuse myself about this. Because I do feel like she was on a podcast with. I think it's HH3. We're going to see. Current projects. Past. Okay, she was on Frenemies. Yes. Okay, she was on Frenemies with HH3 podcast with Ethan Klang. Okay, that's what I'm confused about. Yes, thank you, Pecan. Ethan H3H3. She was on the podcast Frenemies with him. And then she was also on the Oversharing podcast in 2023 with alongside YouTuber Colleen Basher. If you didn't see my yesterday's podcast live stream, you can go watch that, where I do talk about Colleen and her craziness. And right now, we all know that she's currently doing a Just Trish podcast with entertainment news journalist Oscar Gracie, where she is mostly heavily focused on internet drama, celebrity gossip, and unfiltered reactions to social media trends. Now, if you don't know, Gabbie Hanna and Trisha actually started their feud in the late 2019. Began over private conversations involving a mutual acquaintance, YouTuber Josh Nash. Gabbie alleged that Leslie told Nash that Paytas had herpes, which Paytas found out about and publicly condemned as a malice lie meant to sabotage their relationship. The situation escalated rapidly across YouTube and Twitter, turning into a multi-month saga of leaked text messages, 4-hour commentary videos, and mutual accusations of manipulation and gaslighting. Trisha accused Hanna of being an internet bully who stalked their content, while Gabbie claimed Paytas was weaponizing the drama for views and online sympathy. The feud got so toxic that both creators publicly threatened legal action against one another for defamation and harassment. Now, I do have a clip of that because I believe I did a clip of Gabbie ranting about their anonymous Trisha Paytas. Because let's just be honest. Yeah, she lost it over her on Instagram. And we're going to play this.
Genuine question that I want to ask the general public. If somebody tells you that somebody has an STD, an incurable STD. It comes from a close friend of theirs, a source, and then you find out that a friend of yours is sleeping with them.
Thank you.
Is it wrong of you to say, hey, just so you know, I've heard this. Don't know if it's true, but this person told me, talk to them about it, ask about it. Is that fucked up? I'm just genuinely curious. This isn't like going around telling everybody, hey, I heard this person has an STD. This is, you know, somebody you care about is sleeping with them and you say, did they talk to you about this? Don't know if it's true. This is what I heard. Just be careful. Check it out. Here's where I'm coming from. If I was sleeping with somebody and one of my friends knew from a close source of that person that they had an incurable STD and they had that information and weren't like, hey, just be careful, check it out, talk to them about it, I'd be fucking livid. Another question. Would you consider that like gossip and rumors to talk to the one person who it's about and be like, hey, check it out, ask them about it, have an adult conversation about it? Is that gossip or is that just like being a friend? All I'm saying is I've been being painted as a villain for a year, 2 years, I don't know how long.
Here's the thing though, Gabbie. Not my hole, not my business, not my problem. Right, Pecan? If it's not your body that you are worried about having herpes, don't talk about someone else having herpes that you're not. You don't pay her bills. You don't fuck her. You didn't give birth to her. So why do you care, Gabbie? That is my thing. I wouldn't have cared if Trisha had herpes or not, because guess what? That's not my business. Also, you told someone else who told Trisha what you said. So technically, you ran a gossip on Trisha. What you didn't expect was that Jason Nash would have told Trisha what you said. So yes, you were doing gossip.
Because I knew somebody was sleeping with someone who I wasn't close with her. I was close with him, and I heard that she had an incurable STD. He told me he slept with her. I literally said, hey, this person I've heard has this incurable STD, and if you're going to continue sleeping with her, ask her about it. Don't know if it's true. A close friend of hers told me. That's all I know. Be careful. Keep an eye out. Use protection.
Okay, so you're saying that allegedly a close friend of hers told you that she has an incurable STD. Now, I'm pretty sure herpes is treatable. I'm pretty sure it is treatable. I don't have herpes, so I wouldn't know, but I'm pretty sure. Yes, herpes is highly treatable. It's treatable, but it cannot be cured. So you're saying that she has an untreatable disease, STD. It is treatable. It's not curable. Trisha, Gabbie, I need you to use your words very carefully and pay attention to the words that are coming out of her mouth. Herpes can be treated. It cannot be cured, you dumb bitch. You dumb dimbo bitch. Let me use that saying. Let's get back to our clip.
And I'm a fucking bad person because no matter what I do, I'm always a bad person. And this is why I have 3 amazing friends that I hang out with. Just don't talk about anybody. Don't do it. Like I'm in my fucking house, living my life. But I snapped today because I'm so sick of it. Sorry to like rant about this. I usually try to keep shit like this like pretty private. It's just I'm at a place in my life where I'm so fucking happy. Like I have great people in my life, like my friendships, my love life, like my house, my career, like everything's great. And I'm so secure in myself and who I am at this point that I'm so done with bullshit. And I'm so sick of like,
Ma'am, if you were so secure, you would not be throwing fits on the internet. That's what I'm saying. If you were so secure and confident in yourself, in your life, in your love life, in your friendships, in your house, in your career, you would not be on Instagram snapping because you said a rumor about someone else and they decide to clap back at you. This is not how the internet works. You don't get to play victim, then cry and cry. She is bitter. Let's be honest. When everyone thinks of Trisha Paytas, she's well known. She's famous. Gabbie really isn't. And I think that's the problem with Gabbie. With Gabbie. She tends to think that, oh, well, I don't know what fell. It'll be fine. Trisha thinks that that Gabbie is thinking she could probably get sued for defamation or anything linked with medical secrets or smearing campaign too. That's the thing. She can. This is the thing. Her and her friends allege that someone raped. Yeah, great. Because I'm not going to say the R word. I'm going to use the other word. See, I don't understand that too, Sarah. I don't understand why no one sues her. Like Trisha and her allegedly went to talk about defamation of character and go into lawsuits. But why not go through with it? To me, it just seems like they just wanted to talk and run their mouths. Remember, Cardi B sued Trisha for the same thing. See, Cardi B did. Trisha K talked about Cardi B's medical stuff. Cardi B said, "Oh, you want to run your mouth? Now I'm about to run your cash." And she actually sued her. And I think she won that case, actually. So to me, it's just like, why not actually do your job? Maybe because Hannah is broke. That is true. She could be broke. I mean, right now she's quit the whole YouTuber lifestyle and gone to decide to become a actual, what is it called? Oh, she's now a fitness coach. Yep. Trisha said that Cardi B had herpes, and Cardi B sued her and won. And this is the thing about it. If you know that you're gonna run your mouth about someone, don't run your mouth and expect that you won't get snatched. Because guess what? You probably will, because you're deciding that you're gonna be messy and talk about their stuff. But she has money at the time, so she had a huge monetization. That is true. Okay. We can continue a few more minutes of this clip because it's
the shit I hear that I've said or done, coming back to me and just hearing the things that people make up. I just, dude, sorry for snapping, y'all. At the end of the day.
See, I don't like that little girl. That's fake as fuck. I don't care about, sound like a chipmunk being choked by a freaking rattlesnake. I'm sorry, I don't like that shit.
This is what I'm sick of. I am somebody who, not to toot my own horn, but beep the fucking beep. I am so kind to people in my life.
Gabbie, if you were so kind, you wouldn't be so having so many views. If you were so kind, people wouldn't be calling you out. If you were so kind, Smiley would have shared the text messages where you're basically telling her, "Oh, people go through hard shit all the time, but you need to go tell your friend to go hang out with herself." Yes, Pecan, I did say rep chipmunk. She sounded like a chipmunk when she did that. You know what? Yes, she's the new Pinocchio. She's the new Pinocchio who lies and her nose grows. She lies about everything. She paints herself as the victim of everything. And when people come out with receipts, she has nothing to say. Call me Batman, I swear kind. Thank you. Thank you. People who understand what I'm saying, because this is the idiotic part. How can you say, "Oh, I'm kind," but we've seen video proof of you lying on people and threatening people and talking about how people and their friends are disgusting people and that someone Tati Westbrook was kind, truly, but not her. Thank you. See, Sarah gets it and Pecan gets it. Y'all motherfucking get it. And no, she's not kind. She is a liar. Pants on fire. She has a moon in Scorpio and Mars Gemini. Okay, see, so this is the problem. She's a Aquarius, Scorpio, Gemini, Sagittarius. Pecan is a Sagittarius, so I'm gonna give her the. You do know your sources, girl, and this is why I like you. This is why we're part of the gossip crew, because we get our sources and we have our deep dives. But yeah, no, she's an Aquarius Sun. She's a Gemini Mars, two-faced on conflict. Okay, I get what you're saying. So she's basically she's two-faced in conflict, and her other signs make her an absolute basket case. Which combined with the Gemini Mars Gemini, yeah, she's basically a disaster just waiting to explode and cause an atomic bomb to fall on top of all of us.
I will reach out to you if you're hurting, whether you're awful to me, if I hear all the terrible things you say about me, if you killed my fucking pet.
Oh, you know what, Sarah, if you want to come up, I can just drop you the link and you can come up and explain it to everyone. Because, yeah, if you want, you can just pop up and tell me, you can explain to everyone what you mean. Because, honestly, we're at 11:22. I think Kate is going live at 12. I'm going to check and see if she's actually going live. If she is, we will be redirecting to her and she'll give you some spiritual awakening. But if you want to come on up and I'll let you up. Because, let's be honest, there's nothing much that we need to talk. Oh, there she goes. Hey, Sarah. Can you hear me? Hello? You might still be in the Discord, so you might want to leave the Discord and then hop into the call. Now, can you hear me? Hello? Wait, try joining and coming back in. I'll bring you back up. I'll let you come back up. We're gonna wait for Sarah from Paris to come up so she can explain to us what she means. Because I'm actually interested in this. And I'm actually proud of myself. I actually created a docket. Oh,
Me.
there she goes.
So I'm the French touch, the charm. So I will explain to you about her. What is the problem, truly? She is an Aquarius sign, sun sign. She is rising in Sagittarius. Okay, I just go back on her birth chart to be sure. Okay, so that girl, and she's a moon in Scorpio. So she's a fire. You know, the Aquarius is air energy, but they are very distant. You know, they are very. I'm not fond of Aquarius woman, but for my part, but they are very distant. So they are not on. They can be very jealous if they are not aligned with themselves. So they are very distant and they are seeing everything. They are very visionary, but they don't understand people very good. They are very detached. Okay. hear me. If you hear me good, detached. And the
Yeah, I can hear you,
Sagittarius
Jet.
it's fire energy. So it's her rising sign. The sun is Aquarius and rising is Sagittarius. She's fire. So you have the her sign Aquarius, the sun, and Sagittarius rising. So she's a fire of tornado. That woman, she's fire of tornado, and her sun is in second house. So that girl, she know to make money. She know to make money. She know who to when money is here, everything like that. But her rising sign is Sagittarius in first house, and she had her black moon Lilith here. So she gonna destroy herself, and she had her moon in Scorpio. That moon in Scorpio, she's in 12th house. She gonna destroy herself no matter what, because Scorpio rising. We love you, Scorpio. We love you, Aquarius. We love you, Gemini. We love all the signs. They are the destructive sign in astrology. They destroy to reburn. They destroy to reburn always. So she can be very mean to people. She can be very dark to herself with her emotion. She doesn't have a balanced emotion. She need to go to all the shenanigans she make, all the your story you see, to get back where she is now. She need to destroy everything on her life. And she had the Mars in Gemini. The Mars is the way you do conflict and you make action and you have the intimate life. Gemini is her sign and is two-faced. It's well known. So she's never gonna be directly to the conflict. She always take on the side. That's the first thing you need to understand. So that girl, in some way, in her, and she has her Mercury in Aquarius, so she doesn't know who to communicate, but she know who to make money, for sure.
Right.
And her Jupiter was in Leo in 8th house. So every time she's gonna try to make money, it's gonna be very in darkest way. So she may be the way she do, YouTube, she go always in the darkest thing. She always go to try to. For my part, the way I see her trajectory, her journey, she always going to make money in bad way and to burn everything because of the Leo side, and with too much proudness she doesn't have. She's not humble. The word humble is not the word you can say about her.
Right.
She's not humble. She's a drama queen. She's detached. She doesn't give, and she was, and it's not allegedly, entertainment purpose only. Okay. If we go on the astrologic part, we can say that person could be very detached with emotion, very into her, very try to use, what she know about people, but she know how to make money and she know how to target people with money. She sniff it, like she's hunting dog. So she know how to make it. But the way she gonna make money with the Jupiter Leo, allegedly, because she never gets sued and she never have anything legal, allegedly, I would say that publicly, allegedly, she really need to go in the darkness to make money. And she has in money Scorpio. So that girl, she's the word auto-sabotage, you can print on her, really.
Right. She does self-sabotage herself a lot.
That woman, she can, if she was young, the money, and at that time YouTube was not the same. They are the king and the queen, and they are the royalty of YouTube at that time in USA, in international and in USA at that time. So she wasn't royalty, but the problem, if we say that with some distance, she doesn't have any purpose at that time. She make music and she was good on it and she has some success, but what she makes, she destroy that opportunity from her to every action she makes. She could make money, she make money, but when she need to go further and to make that bigger, what happened? She make an action to destroy that. So think of it on that way. So maybe she was young, she learned, but during when she had 25 to 26, she was not so much young. She was not much young, and she was not a young candid girl coming in the YouTube and the entertainment world. She knew what she's doing, so she knew the rope. So it's just to see the way she act. She make a good thing, make money. After that, she make a tantrum and she make a drama. And every time she create a situation, if we see allegedly also, every time the situation was coming from something she said publicly, she implicitly said or not, because she doesn't say the thing directly. If you see the situation, she never accused. She say, oh, if someone told you that, what do you think you're gonna do? See the way she articulates the thing. If someone do that, if someone say that, oh, I see that situation, but I don't know what you think. She make every time the viewer, on the position to be confident, but also to be a judge, jury, and the lawyer. She never take a stance. She'll say, what do you think about that? See what? It's always allegedly, possibly, I heard that. Do you think the way she articulated everything she said? Just rethink the way she do things. And what happened? It's always the other people take a position, make accusation, say that about her, not her, others. And every time she say, but I have that situation about a friend. No. She heard that. What do you think she need to do? Like almost she read a Reddit story. What do you think? Oh, I am a you see that? Just we
Right.
need to think about the way she moves, the way she acts, because and bravo for the deep dive you make. Very, very good. You do a very good deep. Bravo to you for all the work you do. But see the way she moves, she articulate, and if you see now we have the distance to see the biggest picture. But that girl, if we see with very nice way, she can she could have it all. She could make it bigger. She's not she was mean to people, but at the end she's really mean, like someone we know. The word is come. The first name is Jeffrey. Remember Jeffrey? She's
Yeah.
not at the level. She's a me. She was at that time. Her action was like a teenage mean girl in high school, but not seriously. But the problem, she put that attitude in very serious, situation. And I don't understand at that time why no one sue her, not just to have money, but just to make her say I lied publicly,
Right.
to make
That's what I'm
and
that's what I'm
no.
thinking. Why didn't they sue her? Because they had evidence of her saying this. They had the text messages. They had her literally saying it. Why not go to court, bring in the guy that she told this allegedly, or
Yes,
why not say, okay, what mutual friend of hers, what a friend of Trisha told you that, oh yeah, she has this uncurable TSD. Here's the thing, herpes is treatable. You can treat
yes.
it. You're going to live with it for a while, but you can treat it.
But that's a medical information. That's illegal to say that publicly. Remember who sued, Usher about the same thing, to say he had herpes and the girl sued him because he had herpes. So if you have an STD in USA, you can be sued because it's criminal to knowledge to have it, and
Yeah.
you can sue because you spread it. It's a law. It's and I'm thinking it agree. You need to be careful to what you do with everyone, but Tasha K, she sued Cardi B for the same thing, and she had she need to pay money, Tasha K. But what Cardi B want? She want her to be publicly say I lied. Why no one? Not for they can say I just want to have $1 from Gabbie, but I won't say to her publicly. She make public apologize, and she gonna be filmed saying she lied. No one had, you have a difference to make money on a case and to have the truth out and to have justice. You see the
Right.
difference? Cardi B, she's a Libra, but she go berserk against Tasha K because she say, don't use my name in that way. Put my name out of your mouth.
Right.
Why she? And why no one do that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't wish her to be sued, but if if we can have to ChatGPT, if you take all the action she make, what legally she gonna have, not to pay money, but just to say publicly, I to make a legal apologize online on a trial, courtroom, and say yes, I lied. Okay. And and it's very sad because when I see her the first time, she was in the beginning of her journey on YouTube. She was fun. She's really funny. She's really
She
funny and a really
was.
singer. Yes, and you can say, oh, I can be friends with her. She had that thing. But what happened? Her Scorpio side take the power on her. She get the bigger head. What do you
Right.
think about what I say, Gossip?
I think you're right. I also do think that she let fame get to her head. I mean, she was successful on Vine, so she thought, let me go on YouTube and get more success. But she took it in the wrong way. She took having friends as, oh, I have dirt. I can use this to my advantage for views and make more money. And guess what? The internet exploded on her. She has retreated back from from freaking YouTube. She got married to a dude and now is living her life as a fitness instructor.
But she remember she had huge success with her song when she put her first album online and her first song. That worked. She make money. She had huge success when she put her first song was a hit in USA and internationally. So you are almost saying, what did you do that to yourself, Gabbie? You are not a me. What people they don't want they at the beginning they don't want to believe that because it was incredible. Me too. I was like, say maybe sometimes you say, oh, maybe they're gonna exaggerate, but when you see the amount of situation piling up one after one, you say, girl, almost you want to say, girl, we need to speak. What did you do? What did you do? What are you doing? Why did you do that to me? What we need to do a Gabbie intervention. Almost, I don't understand what people, her entourage, doesn't make an intervention. Say you need to stop now. We love you, but you need to stop now.
Right.
And that's very sad. And like you said, if you compare to other people at that time, you had all the clique of Jeffree Star, Patrick Star, James Sharp, Tati, Shane Dawson. Or that the other guy, the Asiatic guy, all that click and they make the gem target, everything like that. Remember? So it's another deep dive you can go. But Tati Westbrook, if I remember that time, you don't have so much people that get their name very clear at that time. Trisha Paytas. Trisha, she doesn't have a clear name, Remember, she had, yes, and Shane Dawson too. They are on this. I think the entourage they get together, they are a toxic group. They are a clique. Unfortunately, maybe separately they can. I don't know for James Charles. I don't say anything legally. I don't want to have any lawsuit. So I will have allegedly with everything around him allegedly. We're gonna let the universe do what you need to do. We don't take anything with our hand. Spiritually, we are disengaging about that situation with the Jamshal. Completely. I can say that. But when you see all the people, they get together and they just, drum themselves with everyone, with their jealousy, with the ego. Because if we do a list, like a deep drive drama on other people, that crew, no one had a calm fame with no problem every time. So I think their toxicity together, I don't know how the burst out, but the toxicity together was not, and they are all in LA at that time. It was LA time, the middle of your YouTube, becoming bigger, and who was the head of that was I think Jeffree Star. You have Jeffree. You have Trisha Paytas, Shane Dawson, Tati, James, the other girl, you have an Asiatic girl, I remember, and Patrick Star too, and other, other people at that time. and another girl I don't remember, and Gabbie, and all they are together. That it's like very toxic high school for my part. And the problem, Gabbie Hanna, she'd follow, but if she was stay on her own, ethics, and with her own value, she can be the much bigger now star today. I swear when I see her worship, she can be a big star today.
Right.
It's, and I always say, and when I see, very high level people, you have people like Mary Streep, very low profile. Now they are very successful. But if you see someone like Taylor Swift, I think in some way she had the Sagittarius on her birth chart, Gabbie. If she had the same, mindset like a Taylor Swift, she's gonna be a huge star now. Can be
Right.
huge star. That the thing is. So, for my part, what you said and what you show about everything about her was very interesting, because we see the journey of someone who every time had the universe give him, here, gift to you, Gabbie, make it good. And every time what happened, she make a tantrum, she spoiled it. What do you think about that? Tell me.
I agree. I think she was one of the YouTubers that I watched growing up that I'm like, you went from somewhere so high and you crashed and burned utterly badly to the point where, to me, it's like, I try to wonder, I always ask this question about all these YouTube stars that do horrible things. It's like, is the fame worth ruining your reputation? You were doing your comedy skits, your story times. You started doing music. And let me tell you, her music was actually pretty good. I listened to it.
Yeah, she had success. Remember, she had a very good success on Spotify. She touring. She sell copies, CD copies. She the universe always
Right.
favored her. Imagine the gift she get every time she get gifted, and every time what happened, the universe say, "Girl, we give you a gift, Gabbie, make it good."
And instead of making it good, she made it worse. And it affected her reputation.
And you know what? Very interesting. She was one of the rare at that time you see. So she had a very good community. I think her community was the less toxic of everything, of everyone. But what did you see who she treat her community? What she make her community do it for her, harass people? That's not good energetically too and spiritually. She make good people doing bad action can make them have very huge legal, consequences too.
Right.
So every time she had the power in her hand, what she did? Just tell me, what do you think she's gonna do?
I think she was gonna ruin it. I guess every time she had to be with someone, she would let her audience go at them and be played as the I'm innocent. Yeah, I know my people are attacking you, but I can't do nothing about it. That's what she did.
And you know what? That exactly. She make the Mars and Gemini, room play chess. I didn't put my hand on it, but my community put it. Do you see what you described? Exactly that. So it's very Gemini. We love you, Gemini, but it's very Gemini. Very Gemini.
She doesn't want conflict, but she will create the conflict.
Exactly. And who she delete? She make other make the action.
And
she
her way of avoiding. I'm gonna say this: her way of avoiding conflict is letting her fans do the conflict for her. Because what else is? Because if she goes into it, of course, it's going to be her versus the other creator. This time, it's her fans versus the creator, which she can just allege, hey,
I didn't ask. So she could. I never ask anyone to do anything. It's not. It's a free will country. They can do everything. But listen to the way she articulate everything. She never asked them directly. She never, but what she make an implicit, it's very subtitle, subtext thing. She never say, but she gonna cry. She gonna say, "Oh, I'm hurt." She gonna say, "I heard that." Blah blah blah. She never say in front of. It's always on the side. So that's interesting. So we don't say she make any. It's everything. It's allegedly. You need to put a banner. Everything is allegedly.
Everything
Allegedly
is
for
allegedly.
entertainment. Yes, entertainment purpose only. But we say the fact she never make any public accusation to anyone. That for sure. But the fact of the other fact you can, and it was, proved, her fan take action because they see her like a victim and she was in emotional distress. And she
Right.
never make a public, position to stop that. She never say yes, she never say no. She was stay silent, so it's very her sign. She, I think I hope, I don't know, and in some way she had consequences because she lose everything. She lose the trust of her community. She lose her YouTube. I think she still have her YouTube channel, but she lose everything she create.
Yeah.
Very
She stopped making music. At this point, the fame and the actions that she caused herself caused her to lose her community. Her friends don't talk to her anymore. Friends have publicly cut her off at this point. And now you're living your life as a fitness instructor in Pennsylvania. Was it worth it? And that's
I
my
don't.
question. And that's my question that I have for all of these, like Zoe Levan. Was her TikTok thing worth her making everyone hate her? Was Colleen's fame as a comedian worth using children as freaking as a way of hiding her hands?
We're gonna.
All of these YouTubers, they say that they are kind and they care about the people, but the people that they hurt, they don't care about. And to me, it just reminds me that these people prefer fame and money over actually being honest human beings.
I think it's not. I think it's not fame of money. It's the power. For me, the power. Because if really you love fame and money, you're gonna know who to be. You're gonna be more strategic. You're gonna protect your asset. You're gonna make your money bigger. You're gonna take some risk. You can make. Okay, we are not perfect. Me, you, gossip, everyone. We are not perfect.
Right.
But you can. If she make genuine mistake, she can maybe have one or two, very conflict with someone because the emotion, it's normal. People, they almost gonna say, it's okay, you have a conflict. You maybe say something not nice about someone, you are jealous. They can say, okay, Gabbie, it's you, and she gonna own it. It's gonna be okay for her. But the fact it's
Right.
more the power. For me, it's more the question of power. Money and fame, it's addictive, but power is more addictive than anything else. And they think they have the power on everyone. They are the royalty of YouTube. But at the end, you have not some, and the question is for them, maybe they are young and to have that understanding of business and legacy, they won't have effective power, effective money, effective them. Now I want them. But they don't understand to create something, a legacy. So you can go, the guy who make the movie Obsession. He was first
Yes.
in school to make cinema. He stopped and he make YouTube. For so much year he make YouTube, skits. And after that he make his own movie, Obsession. Not very, not very big, but he make his, and he learned cinema. He learned, the techniques, but he stopped. He want to make YouTube. He make YouTube. And he was very well known on YouTube. His channel has very big following, for sure. I don't lie to you. But that guy is the complete opposite of them. He creates something legacy. Now his movie, he had long legacy on YouTube. He was not, fame hungry. He doesn't want to have power on people, but he make things happen. He creates a
I
legacy.
agree.
You see the difference. And you have people like that who they understand who. And Mr. Beast is a very specific case. But that guy, in the beginning, I say I will be the bigger YouTuber. I want to create legacy. And the way, I think that people, they genuinely, when they begin, want to do things for to share. They love skincare. They love to. It's really because they love it. But after the love and the fun, you have unfortunately the reality with the business and money. And some people they have that passion to know. I know what I stand and I don't move it. I don't move it. Mr. Beast with I know some story, but the guy who's doing Obsession and Mr. Beast they have this thing. We want more. We want to create legacy. Since the beginning, they want something big. They want big because they want a legacy. They want not an empire, but they want something very big for them and to change the thing, to make story in movies or to make story in YouTube. For them, it's more it's more like a good luck. And after that, some people make legacy, some not. It's okay that happened, but the way every time she had an opportunity to make more success, she make it, she destroy it.
I
Why?
agree.
Ego and power. Trisha Pate, she can do, and the only thing they need to remember, they always mistreated their community. They
Yes.
forget they have human being behind every screen. That's what the problem. That's what they lost on their way. If you are honest, you can be honest and make mistakes. You can be authentic. I always say that about people. We are perfectly imperfect. So we make mistakes. We can own it. But she had so much on her plate to doing good. So much. That's the thing. So I will let you to have the word of the end, and I will go back in the shadow on the chat.
But thank you for coming up and sharing what you were meaning.
Thank you so much, and thank you to welcoming me and all your viewers. Bye bye. I will stay on the chat. Just bye.
All right. Thank you so much for coming up. Guys, so we're getting ready to get to the end of the show. I am going to redirect you to my friend Craig. He is going live currently doing Ghost Talk. So I will post his link in the side chat. And we are going to actually do the last few minutes talking about what we're going to be talking about. So as you know, Gabbie Hanna actually took a massive mid break in the late of 2021. She launched an extensive multi-part expose series on her YouTube channel titled Confessions of a Content Creator. There she addressed most of her major feuds in the past and attempted to vindicate herself. She also dropped a music video for her single Sorry I'm Late, deactivated her main social media accounts, and announced a temporary departure from the internet. Then in late 2022, of August of 2022, Gabbie returned to the public eye in a manner that caused widespread concern for her well-being. Over the span of a few days, she posted dozens of frantic, erratic videos per day on TikTok. The videos featured intense, rapid, shifting monologue concerning religious epiphanies, grand illusions about her identity, and complex conspiracy theories, and instances of inviting a stranger into her home who later allegedly stole from her. The situation became a highly publicized internet spectacle, splitting audience between those who mocked the erratic behavior and those who pled for intervention. Following the intense alarm and wellness check by local authorities, Gabbie went entirely dark on social media, entering a prolonged hiatus to focus on her mental health. 2023 and present, she also decided to take a complete step back from her persona as a high internet celebrity. From 2003 to early 2004, she maintained her near total radio silence online. During this period of stepping away from the digital spotlight, she relocated back to Pennsylvania, seeking an ordinary lifestyle completely detached from the influence culture. She quietly transitioned into a career as a local fitness instructor, teaching yoga and bari classes under her legal name. Embracing this chapter of stability and privacy, Hanna married her partner Robbie Corinne in May of 2005. Her current status marks a radical departure from her internet past, focusing on online personal wellness and a quiet lifestyle away from the public drama. I do want to thank y'all for being here in my side chat. I want to thank y'all for sending me the support. And we're going to head over to Craig. yeah, it was huge. I ran that in very quickly. I do want to thank y'all for showing up and sending me your love and sending me your opinions. I want to thank Sarah for coming up and explaining what she means about the signs with Gabbie Hanna. Pecan, I want to thank you for showing up. And last time I was mean to you, I am so sorry. But we are going to head over to Craig. Let Craig know that I sent you over and let him know that we will be live Saturday to talk about Housewives. So if you're a Housewives fans, just know that we're going to talk about Housewives of Beverly Hills because we got 2 new Housewives. Amanda Francis is gone. And we have some interesting stuff to talk about. So I love y'all. Have fun. Tell Craig I said hi for him. I'll be over there as well. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.